that enables systems interface between ERS and their clients. This shall reduce compliance costs to taxpayers and enhance voluntary compliance. Mr. Speaker, I'll now present the budget estimates for the financial year 2024-2025. Mr. Speaker, government revenue, excluding grants, in the 2024-2025 fiscal year is projected to reach 26.99 billion emalangeni, which is 28.8% of GDP, an increase of 1.1% on 2023-2024. Of this, SACU receipts increased from 11.75 billion 2023-2024 to 13.07 billion in 2024-2025. Non-SACU revenue increased from 13.16 billion to 15.41 billion, a growth of 17%. Total income taxes are projected to increase by close to 12.4% from an estimate of 7.2 billion emalangeni in 2023-2024 to about 8.09 billion in 2024-2025. This is because of higher expected growth and employment in 2024-2025 compared to 2023-2024. Out of this, corporate income tax is expected to grow from 1.78 billion the previous year to 2.01 billion in 2024-2025. Similarly, personal income taxes are expected to grow by 12.6% to 5.26 billion emalangeni. Mr. Speaker, taxes on goods and services, excluding SACU receipts, are expected to increase by 11.5% to 6.57 billion emalangeni. VAT is expected to grow by 13.4% to 5.09 billion emalangeni. Fuel taxes are expected to grow by 5.4%, amounting to 1.39 billion emalangeni. The levy on imported vehicles is expected to grow by 8.3% from 12 million emalangeni to 13 million emalangeni. Be this as it may, Mr. Speaker, I wish to caution that even though there has been a significant increase again in this year's revenue, I feel the need to inform the nation that crafting the budget is always a surprisingly difficult balance of allocating the limited resource to the most needed areas. At any given point in time, the resources available never match the competing needs of our beloved eMaSwati. Mr. Speaker, total expenditure for the year 2024-2025 is expected to be 29.42 billion emalangeni. This includes public debt payments of 4.5 billion emalangeni. The appropriated recurrent expenditure is set to be 20.24 billion emalangeni, an increase of 9.3% compared to the previous year. Total allocation to capital programs amounts to 6.34 billion emalangeni. The total expenditure for 2024-2025 reviews for an increase of 11.3% compared to last year's budget of 26.4%. Mr. Speaker, you'll notice that throughout my speech, when speaking about projects and plans that our government is busy with, I've added possible GDP growth percentages. Please understand that these percentages are based on very rough indicative turnovers projected from these projects and could be much lower or higher. Our current growth is about 5%. But if we use a conservative 3% as a baseline and then add the possible growth percentages of these projects that we are doing and are planning to do, then you'll know that it's possible for us to reach a growth of 10% by the end of our term in 2028. We could be the leaders in the continent regarding GDP growth, and this in turn could deal with our unemployment and poverty. Let us all do our best to work together to achieve this record growth and have this be the 12th Parliament's legacy. Mr. Speaker, the budget deficit for the financial year 2024-2025 is projected at 1.96% of GDP, equal to 1.84 billion emalangeni. Mr. Speaker, by virtue of the responsibility entrusted to me as a Minister of Finance, I now present to this August House the budget estimates for the financial year 2024-2025. Revenue and grants, 27.58 billion emalangeni. Appropriated recurrent expenditure, 20.24 billion emalangeni. Appropriated capital expenditure, 6.34 billion emalangeni. Total expenditure, 29.42 billion emalangeni. Fiscal deficit, 1.84 billion emalangeni. In conclusion, I'd like to thank our local and international development partners who have supported us through thick and thin. These include partners who have displayed unwavering support to the nation, both financially and technically. Mr. Speaker, in particular, I'd like to acknowledge the support we received from PEPFAR, the European Union, the Republic of China on Taiwan, the UN family, the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, African Development Bank, the International Fund for Agriculture Development, the Export-Import Bank of India, the Export-Import Bank of Taiwan, Japan International Cooperation Agency, USA, the OPEC Fund for International Development, Badia, the Kuwait Fund, the Saudi Fund for Development, the Global Fund, the Clinton Health Access Initiative, the Green Climate Fund, Georgetown University, and the World Health Organization, Medicine Sans Frontiers, and the World Food Programme and civil society. Lastly, I'd like to quote a scripture from Isaiah 41, verse 13. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. I thank you all.
Asiboya kakhulu nduna lehloniphekile aka finance bese ngiyakhuta nje endlini lehloniphekile bahlonishwa nema guest ethu lahloniphekile ukuthi